My name is Donna McGrath. I have two sons named David and Wes. I was living in San Leandro, California at the time. My children and I were apart, and I was just at that time a mother that missed her kids an awful lot. And I have had a very special experience to hopefully share with you people that are listening to this. It was involving Jesus, and I had a prayer. I prayed every night I always prayed every night for my sons and asked God to watch over them. I just had been praying the night before they were to come to visit, and I actually got to see Jesus. And I was praying at the time that the figure came before my eyes. And I was, of course, so delighted and very shocked that I did not have to wonder who it was, because I talked to him every night. And I felt that he was just answering one of my many prayers and letting me know that he was taking excellent care of my children. And I also not only had the experience of seeing him, I had the experience of him talking to me and telling me that my sons were very definitely doing well, and that he had heard my prayers and was keeping watch over them and was with me. And I felt, I cannot explain the feeling. You feel very so glad to see him. And I wish that I could have anyone out there that are in my position be able to have an experience, because I think even those of us that have not been raised, as I was lucky enough to be, by two extremely wonderful people that believed very much in God, and we had been able to share that, of course, with our children. It was like he was sitting in the room with me, but I never saw him before. But this time I saw him, and he talked back to me. It wasn't just something that I made up, or thought. In other words, just thinking about, and it actually truly happened. I saw his face. I saw how he was dressed, and I'll never forget the way I felt. I just you have a peace come over you that you couldn't describe if you tried, because I'm sure each one of us that have had it, for those of you that have had some type of experience similar to mine, or the same way because you've been praying the night before, whatever your circumstances were, it's something that is so beautiful and so wonderful. You just have to have it personally to understand. I never really can say that I asked God to come and so I could see him. I never even thought of that. It never even dawned on me. That's why when I had the vision there, yes, at first I thought I was just, I thought I'm sure like anybody else. Well, maybe I dreamed it and he didn't, but I never did doubt for 1 minute. When somebody's on your bed, you know it. And, there's no way that you could make something like that up. I didn't touch him. He didn't touch me. But I had no doubt that he was there. He just came. He just appeared. It was just, that's something I definitely can't describe. He didn't come through the door. It just, like I said, when he appeared, period, he was right at my bed. I couldn't see anywhere where he, flew in through the window or anything like that. It was nothing like that. I just opened my eyes and there he was. Jesus looked like, a lot of the pictures, if you've been lucky enough to see in your Bible even, or some friend has said, like in my case, my children sent me pictures. My oldest son sent me a lot of pictures of Jesus, and he had long hair and wore like a robe. In one picture he had a long robe on. Very handsome man. And he just, as I explained to my older son when he was asking me questions, he just looked like a very kind man, very compassionate man. It reminded me more of a robe, really. It wasn't a robe, but it was long. And it was just like, I guess another word would be a cape. You know how capes look. They're flowing. And then he had, of course, his shoes. They were like sandals that he was wearing. Just like I've seen pictures of Jesus that was like that, the same way I would describe in like a cape type with sandals. And that's where I've seen pictures in the Bible even of Jesus with sandals and like a cape, what I would call a cape, something flowing. He says, Donna, I am with you, just like it was said in the Bible. When I'm sure Jesus said to his Father, lo, I can't remember the exact passage, but lo, I am with you always. And when you come to me with a problem, that's what I'm here for. I am here to let you know that I am watching out for your children. I was talking to him, and he even had his eyes closed. We prayed together. And that's when I knew he didn't come out and say he was leaving, but I did know he was going. And that he was going to be gone, that he had brought me a message, and now I have to appreciate that it can't be any longer, that he had other people to help, so he had to be gone. Ever had this experience before? No, I haven't. But I have prayed a lot that if it's possible, could you come back and talk to me sometime? I really enjoyed it.